Duplessis is questioning why Israel Adesanya hasn't retired already, having already reached his pinnacle.
After the press conference in Perth, we all know that he is one of the greatest ever, but you said that he was looking for a reason to justify himself still being here. He was trying to convince himself that he still wanted to be here. Why do you believe that?
I honestly believe that it comes down to seeing the hunger, seeing the fire in someone's eyes. And
you don't see that?
I don't see that. I can't remember if he explicitly said that he's retiring, but he said he's taking off for a couple of months. I don't remember if he did say he was retiring, but it almost gave off that. And everybody would have understood that. He did what he had to do in the sport, and he has reached the pinnacle of what he's going to reach in his career when it comes down to the winning streak. He's never going to have that streak again. Defending the belt, the amount of times he did. He doesn't have the time or anything to beat that. So what is he doing this for? I honestly believe Israel Adesanya's biggest achievement for his personal achievement, other than being a champion and being a great one at that, was getting that win back over Alex Pereira. I think that was in his whole combat sports career a big issue for him. It was something that he needed to do, was beat Alex Pereira and prove to himself that he could, and he did it. And I think after that fight, that was the last box he wanted to check off.
So with that said, if you believe he's mentally checked out, do you intend on retiring Israel Adesanya on August 18th here in Australia?
I think retiring is something he'll do himself. I'm going out there to beat him. That's what I'm going out there. Whether he retires or not, that's got nothing to do with me. I'm there to win that fight.
Here at MMA Tabs, we're not afraid to admit that we're suckers for high school level drama, and that's exactly what this clip is between bantamweight champion Sugar Sean O'Malley and Maravishvili is.
Bro, I was so pissed when I see the whatever.
If you have a problem with him, you can take it up with him. He'll fight you. If that's what you want, he'll do it. He's not.
Why we don't fight?
You said you were on to fight him. He didn't say he wanted to fight you. I dare you to do it. I think you should. After the fight, you should try to smack his face. You should definitely try that. That'd be funny. You should try that.
It's about bro, it's not about who's stronger and who's heavyweight or whatever. I'm talking about street fights.
Yeah, you can street fight him. I'd love to see that. Yeah, he'll die. You want to die? Is that what you're saying? He'll kill you. There's a reason there's weight classes. They're not. You're the one that wants to fight him.
Good old Uncle Chael has some keen advice for John Jones.
So, what I want John to do is I want him to announce that he's going to retire. That's what I want John to do. Now, that won't be any more real than what you guys said to him. You didn't think he was afraid of Francis. You didn't think he wouldn't fight Sergey Pavlich. You don't believe he couldn't go out and test skills with Pereira. And you don't believe that he's going to duck Tom. So that's where I would love if he just gave you a taste of your own medicine. If he told you, I'm going to retire. That fight with Tom you're talking about, you will never see it. And the history books will say when we were in the same division at the same time, there was an undisputed champion, and that was me. And the history books will tell you there's an interim champion who somehow went behind the scenes and found a way to defend an interim belt. I don't even know if that's the thing, right? This is John talking. John changes the story. He's going to tell you that Tom went out, tried to defend that belt as a way of avoiding him. And he's going to give you a taste of your own medicine. Now, John in retirement is not a conversation that we can completely dismiss. And why? Because John said it. Now, if you follow the facts to this, somebody had said that this could be a retirement fight for both of them. And that somebody had a little bit of inside information. They just think where they got crossed is Stipe had said that. And it is for Stipe. He is not going to compete again after he competes with John, including holding that belt and vacating it. But it isn't true for John, but it got said that it was. So then all of a sudden, John started to go along with it. Yeah, I'm retired. This is it. This is going to be the one. He kind of thought that was marketing. He kind of thought that was good. But as we got closer, he starts pulling that back. And it is pulled back. John is not going to retire. After John fights Stipe, guys, as sure as night follows day, he fights Tom Aspinall. Why? Because he's not going to retire, and he's not going back down to 205. Well, what if Stipe beats him? Go ahead and beat him. Stipe is sincerely retiring after this fight. That's real. That's not going to get pulled back. So if Stipe beats John and we now have a vacated title, it's John versus Tom. If John gets over on Stipe, Tom, who's going to be sitting right there in the front row with his nice, beautiful, shiny belt, and John standing there talking to Joe Rogan with his nice, shiny belt, the fight will be made right there. You're going to see Tom versus John, but I want John to troll you. I want him to say things that he doesn't mean, the same way that you said them to him. And I want John to tell everybody. I want him to tell everybody he's going to retire to the extent that they book another fight for Tom. That they begin to look into booking another fight. Then John can always pull it back. But how upset would you be if Alex Pereira does find a way? If he gets his way and he gets in there with Tom? Because John said he was going to retire, so you were trying to get on with the division. And then John withdraws the retirement and now he's available. You're going to be sweating bullets. You're going to be sweating bullets if you want to see Tom versus John, because now there's another fight and it could derail it. Like, think about over the weekend how bad you want to see Tom versus John. If Curtis Blades would have got the jump on him, that would be gone. And you'd never get it. And I just feel like turnabout is fair play.
Mike Perry laughs at Conor McGregor, saying he can't fire me. He's my employee.
So, Jazz, pull up the Conor McGregor tweet because I want to see this shit. Yeah. Hey, Mike, you released and you can go compete in your smelly, dirty boxing championship thing. The smell of it, good luck, you're fired. He's
well, thanks, bro. I don't really want to fight right now. My rib hurts. I don't really want to fucking fight. So thanks for the time off. But I'll tell you what, when people want to watch BKFC again, they'll be calling.
They already called.
They already called. Look at that. I'm not taking calls at this time.
So your business partner does not have the right to fire you, right? I'm assuming.
He's my employee.
Yeah.
I think the tweet is already deleted. So, you know, that's a big fat L for him.
Hey, Connor said, I gotta get some good motivation for this fucking tweet.
It was 6 a.m. when he was talking about that shit. I didn't hate on it. I didn't hate on him. He could, you know, because he also tweeted something else about Jake's big juiced ass and this and that or whatever. He's not. He is. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
As a matter of
Everybody
fact,
says a bunch of shit online. It was rigged. It wasn't. I couldn't possibly rig a fight. I'm a bad actor. He hit me in the rib and you never saw me flinch from it. But I fucking fought with a broke ass rib for 6 rounds and I tried and I was like, I gotta get to that 7th. That motherfucker said on live 500K if I get to the 7th round. And the fucking ref waved it off because I tripped on the bouncy ass mat. But so did Tiago. Tiago tripped on the bouncy ass mat too, I guess. It wasn't, the BKFC is not as bouncy.
But I guess Conor made a huge favor for us, putting us on the map, you know, like not even 24 hours after our announcement. Yeah. You can fucking call it smelly. I take it. We're gonna have t-shirts saying smelly dirty boxing, no problem. But everybody saw it, everybody heard about it.
No selling the smelly shirt.
Leon Edwards' coach is not going to make any excuses for his fighter's performance at UFC 304, but he will.
So I got to ask, Dave, what do you think happened in there? I know that the fight didn't go the way that you planned. Was there anything that Bilal did that surprised you? He did look a lot improved since that first time you fought him.
Yeah, we've seen the improvement in him. His hands have improved, but it was just a case of, you know, we never expected anything different. He did what a wrestler's supposed to do against a striker, and his game plan come off. Where Leon was concerned, a lot of people don't know this, and I'm not making any kind of excuses for him. But we had a few niggles in camp. His back was niggling him. So he couldn't wrestle the way he really needed to, offensively and defensively, you know, because of the niggle that recurred about maybe 2-3 times. but not taking nothing away from Bilal's performance. You know, he did well. He done well. The best man won on the night, but Leon will be back.
Wow, okay. With the niggle, for example, were you guys ever considering pulling out or delaying the fight or rescheduling it at any point?
Well, believe it or not, we had a powwow about it. And I was very dubious because this niggles was going on for about maybe five or so weeks, on and off. He had to go to a chiropractor, regular massages. But again, after one session, it was back to square one. So in the back part of my mind, you know, I was thinking, well, should we go for this? But because he hadn't fought for so long, Leon said he wanted it, so we just pushed forward with the injury, trained through the injury, and tried to, you know, get through and get a victory. Unfortunately, it never happened.
Now let's take a look at the top 3 comments left on yesterday's video. Clove Coast says, Conor is Sherlock compared to most fighters, including the kid Sean. Why should Conor want to fight Sean? It's a waste of time and work. This person writes, Shab is retarded? And this person says, I think O'Malley can beat today's Conor easily. If you want your comments highlighted on tomorrow's video, simply comment down below. We'll highlight the top best comments, good, bad, or indifferent, and feature them in tomorrow's video. And that does it for today's video, but make sure you're liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and clicking the bell notification so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. And in case you missed it, check out yesterday's news.